Welcome back. We have another review. This time it's an old classic. This is the Mack Bulldog. It's a Revel Monogram kit. I believe it's from like 1974. This version was put out in 2009. It's a kit that I've wanted for a long time and just never picked up. And we're going to check it out today. We'll start off with these. As usual, it has a little story about the trucks. It credits the Bulldog name with the American soldiers in World War I. I believe that was the British soldiers that gave it the name. Everything on the kit looks pretty straightforward. You know, it's basically the usual instructions, except we're not starting with the engine. Maybe starting with the frame and transmission, and then moving on to wheels, tires, driveline. And in step 3 we finally get to the engine. It's like usually my favorite part of the build. So I'm pretty sure I'm still going to start out with the engine when I build this. Yeah, everything looks pretty darn straightforward. I have already peeked inside the box. It looks like a really good kit. Everything looks well made and the details nice and crisp. And here we have, you know, the decals and paint. Two different, you know, decal versions. It's molded in 2 colors and clear. We'll start off with the black. Of course, the 2 colors are black and red. All the leaf springs are 2-piece. Here we have the outer piece, I believe. And then mounted on the frame is the inner. You know, so those are molded in, but you do get, here's the other side, the inside. Which isn't bad. It makes placement easy. You know, you don't have to worry about lining the springs up to get the suspension to sit right. Here we have our transmission halves. The seat, it's got nice detail. It's got some wrinkles and creases molded into it. Let's see if I can get a little closer on that. See, like in the corner you have a crease. And on the top of the seat you have some creases. You know, those are just the little details that help add to the overall effect. That's the first of the 2 black sprues. Here we have our engine. Nice little 4-cylinder. gasoline engine. We have some spark plugs sticking up off the top. course, the front axle's there. Floor pan in black. We have another spring pack here. I'm not quite positive what that one's for, but that's going to be one of the rear leafs. Yeah, those are the rear leaf springs there. Here we have our chain drives, sprockets and chains cast in one. Let me see if I can pick up on the detail of these. The links, you know, are individually detailed there. There you go. But they all look like master links. Here we have some weird casting issue going on where the links are all thick in this one area. I don't know if that's just flash. I think it is. But there's not much flash on this kit. And of course we have all of our cross members and chassis parts. Looks like a couple of headlights there. Set these to the side and we'll get out some red. Here we have the first red sprues. These are the body panels for the seat pillar cab. Here we have our back panel here. 2 rear wheels. These were air-cooled engines. Or no, these were water-cooled. Yep, and then they had the radiator between the engine and the driver. It was in the cowl, in the firewall. I believe that's the shroud for the radiator fan. There's that Bulldog hood. We have a roof panel here, right there. Windshield frame up here. Here we have our grill with the Mack emblem. On the next sprue we have more body parts. Here we have our fenders and the rear of the cab support, firewall, I haven't really studied the directions yet, but there's our front wheels. And that's the main body. Our final red sprues all have the tank bed. Different parts. Here we have the rear compartment. The side rails. We have the tank itself. Pretty impressive how little flash there is. Very nice. I'd have rather had the dump truck, but my local hobby shop had this, so I decided to pick it up. And then we have a big stack of tires. tires. Like so. And then 2 fronts. And like everything Revel and Monogram, there's no markings, but I don't believe these tires were marked anyway. These are the solid rubber. And those look pretty good. I think they'll look really, really good on the kit. And I believe finally for the plastic we have the clear parts. I'm not going to take them out. We have 2 windshields and 2 headlights. And that's it for the glass. That should be it for the styrene as well. The final thing to take a look at are the decals. These are going to be fairly hard to catch, being in white. But you have the White Gargle Oil Company. Premium quality petroleum. Then you have G&L Express. The letters are clear with a white surround and then fake wood on the edges. And then over here for G&L Trucking Company, it's white letters with a clear background. And of course you get some, these decals are just for the pinstripe border. It'd be nice if they weren't decal in the center, but I'm supposing that can be cut out. You have some 1926 license plates. Illinois and California, I believe. And Alabama. Or no, that would be Alaska. ALA. So not bad. You get 2 choices. You can do the Gargle Oil Company or G&L Express. I do have a tear in this decal, if you can see that. Right here where my thumb's pointing. Yeah, all the plastic was in bags, but the tires weren't, and the decals, you know, they have thin wax paper to protect it, but that's just laying in the box. You know, I don't know, at some point they had been tucked into the directions or instructions, I don't know. But yeah, I'm assuming at some point that was scratched by one of the sprues. It's a shame because that's the decal set I was wanting to use too. I mean, I'll probably still use it, but it would have been nice if it wasn't damaged. And that'll be it for this kit. There's not a whole lot to it. But it's going to make a nice display model, I'm sure. I'm probably not going to do it in red. I'm kind of leaning towards a black and green type of paint scheme. And I don't know if I'll do this with the tank bed or if I'll scratch build a dump bed. or maybe just a stake bed. I'm not sure. But that'll have to wait till I can get around to building it. And that'll be it for this review. As always, if you like it, leave a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And I'll catch you on the next one.